The Chicago Bulls for this last couple of seasons have been one of the more underwhelming teams in the league, and recently, just one of the worst teams in the league in general. But they have made strides to try to fix this situation by trading for Zach LaVine, drafting Lauri Markkanen, and drafting Wendell Carter, and in a trade deadline, picking up Otto Porter Jr. And at this point in time, the Bulls find themselves with the fourth best opportunity to get the number one pick in the draft. So it's not unlikely that the Bulls can end up with Zion Williamson or a player like John Morant, but they're also in a position to end up with someone like RJ Barrett or DeAndre Hunter. So with knowing that one of these names listed will more than likely end up on the Bulls next season, it will help them in the future, but will also make them more likely to make the playoffs next season. Plus, you gotta take into account that these young players that they have right now currently on the roster will get better. Zach LaVine just had a career season. You can expect him to get better. Lauri Markkanen, who I believe will end up being his team's best player moving on into the future, he just had a career season also. When he was healthy, he played very, very good. The rookie Wendell Carter looked solid. And they picked up Otto Porter, who'll still be on the team next season. And I know when you think of the name Otto Porter, you're probably not going to think of anything special. But when he was playing with the Bulls the second half of the season, he was playing really good basketball. He showed more of his skill set than he had in Washington. He showed that he can create his own shot. He showed that he can get to the rim. He's not only a spot-up shooter. The Bulls are using him in different ways and different roles. So that's why I believe that they will make the playoffs, because you're going to need a player like Otto Porter in the playoffs. But I'm not saying that he's going to be the main reason, of course not. But he's an important piece. Lauri Markkanen will have a career season again next year. And he might be an all-star. That's my prediction. I think Markkanen gets in the all-star game before Zach LaVine does. And he still has work to do. He's not the best defender. He's not the best rebounder. But his offensive skill set is so precise. It's so mature that you can vividly see that he can get better as a all-around player. You know, he can shoot from everywhere. He worked on his post game a bit, and he's very athletic. You won't expect that from Lauri Markkanen, but if you actually sit down and watch Bulls games, you can see that he's very athletic for a big. And it's easy to draw comparisons between him and Kristaps Porzingis, but I think Lauri Markkanen has the potential to either match the level that Porzingis is at or even surpass him one day. But that actually all depends on the health of Porzingis. But that's the potential of Lauri Markkanen right there. And you're going to have to build around that. You don't want to build around a Zach LaVine, even though he's a really good player. You want to build around that big that can literally do everything, or has the potential to literally do everything. We know what Zach LaVine is, even though he's still a young player, relatively young, but we know his role, we know his playing style, we know what he's going to be in the future. He's a ball handling scorer who's going to get you shots from the perimeter, get to the rim, and stuff like that. But Zach LaVine is not, he doesn't have that superstar potential in him. He has the all-star potential. If the Bulls were a little better, he probably would have been an all-star this season. He's not getting any love for most improved player. But there's a cap on Zach LaVine. Him too, he has to become a better defender, better passer, get better in the pick and roll. There's a lot more work that has to be done with Zach LaVine than Lauri Markkanen. But all in all, the Bulls still have a really good young core. And them getting better in the offseason, which they will, I feel like that will push them towards the playoffs. And from looking at what we see this season, let's take someone like the Brooklyn Nets. We did not expect them to be in the playoffs right now. We thought it would take them 2 or 3 more years, 2 or 3 more bad years when they get their picks back, and then maybe they can rebuild into something nicer in the future. But nobody expected them to walk into the playoffs as early as now. And that's something I think the Bulls can look at and try to replicate next season, especially if they have a hit in the draft. Everything goes according to plan. There's no reason why this team shouldn't be in the playoffs next season, especially if they get a good free agent, not a superstar or anything, just something that can help the team in general. They don't need a Kyrie Irving. They don't need a Kevin Durant. It would be nice to have, but it's very unlikely. You just need a player that can fit your role, fit the roles that he needs, and fit the system in general. And if all fits the plan, the Bulls are a playoff team, and I'll be the first one to say it. So I'll gladly take all credit for that. But if you enjoyed this video, let me see it, show it, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Again, I want to thank everybody for supporting this channel, getting us to over 100 subscribers. I think we have 105 now. Let's keep that going. I just made a Twitch. I'm in the process of trying to make everything run smoothly and trying to learn how to actually stream and whatnot. I'm trying to get into that. So when I actually find out, I'll let y'all know so y'all can get on there. But again, please subscribe to the channel. This has been Money Mack, and I'm out.